Widgiemooltha is described today as an abandoned goldfields town site located 631 kilometers east of Perth, Western Australia, and 41 kilometers south of Kambalda. Gold was discovered there in the mid-1890s, and by 1896, the James Doyle Hotel had been constructed. In 1897, the government decided to survey and gazette a town site. It was gazetted as Widgemooltha without the I in December 1897. As of 1944, Widgemooltha is spelled with an I. From the 1890s to the present, there's been lots of media reference to Widgemooltha. It is, after all, located on Lake Lefroy, an immense saltwater pan, popular for windsailing. And the bushland in the area, with its wildflowers, can be quite stunning. Early photographs show a large railway siding, which was shot prior to 2000. Today there's only a road station, which provides petrol, snacks, and caravan parking. But it's still a popular stopover point for travelers on Highway 94. It's also a center for many mines, both gold mines and nickel mining, as well as a wide range of rare nickel minerals, which are collected worldwide. There are signs at the roadhouse not to drive on Lake Lefroy with four-wheel drives. It can be quite treacherous with soft mud and guarantees that your vehicle will be thoroughly bogged. The first reference that I found to gold at Widgiemooltha was this 1896 newspaper report. Soon afterwards, there was a large influx of prospectors searching for gold in the entire region. A graph showing hits by Google for news articles on Widgiemooltha. A parliamentary delegation that visited Widgiemooltha in 1898 reported 200 miners turning out to greet the visitors. Their complaints included a lack of the railway and large chunks of land being tied up by large prospecting companies that failed to take advantage of their leases. Many of the miners at that time were still using pans, picks and shovels, and dry blowers to separate the gold nuggets from the dirt. In 1898, there was strong pressure on the government to build railways to the goldfields, and a bill was presented to Parliament to construct a railway to Coogardie, on to Kalgoorlie, and south to Norseman. The Norseman Lake was completed by 1909 and ran through Widgemooltha with a large siding. Certainly by 1899 there was a number of operating gold mines near Widgemooltha. By 1927, it was possible to travel to Perth from Esperance by rail. This was a 33-hour trip at 24 kilometers an hour. At 1 p.m. there was a stopover in Widgie when passengers could eat at the local hotel. Pictures of the hotel and railway siding taken firstly in the 1930s and of the railway in the 1970s. This shot shows the siding. Today, there's nothing left but a post. The hotel, which I think burnt down around 1980, went by a variety of names. The James Doyle Hotel in the early days, and the Woodgiemoola Hotel with a variety of spellings. Early pictures of the Widgie seem rather unprepossessing, an arid, treeless plain without much grass. The pub, of course, always attracted the prospectors. Here's a drinker at the Widgie pub around 1970, and the Widgie bakehouse in operation. I stopped over briefly at the Widgie Roadhouse in December 2008. It's quite a colourful structure and obviously of recent construction. One of its claims to fame is a rather famous dunny or outback toilet. It also has a good presentation on the golden eagle, one of the largest nuggets found in Western Australia at Larkinville, about 10 kilometres from Widgiemooltha. A 1938 newsreel romanticized the golden eagle in this fictionalized account, portion of which is shown here.
Old Jack Hogan comes back to camp dispirited. Plus Spot, of course. And for some reason old Jack, why we can't tell, playfully throws a stick. That's Spot's meat. He's off. It's a game to him. He doesn't think of gold, but he doesn't come back. No whistle can recall him. Spot's on a job without knowing it. He's on a big job. He's on a job that's going to make the whole of Australia talk. Spot has been scratching hard as a good dog does. By a rocky outcrop, Spot has found something without knowing it. Old Jack's pulses beat more quickly, for old gold prospectors sometimes have second sight. Gold? Will it be Mug's gold, iron parites, or is it the real Mackay? When a prospector scrabbles, his nerves are at breaking point. This may be gold. It may mean rest, and reasonable comfort, and security, and a visit to the city, hope. Spot, he's happy. He's concerned not with these things. His drama's more a comedy of fleas than a saga of riches. His master rushes with the news. News? Here's Jimmy Eastwood. He's been down the sandy creek bed all day dry blowing. Not even for a pennyweight. Heat and flies and... what's this? Jack brings him a gun, which means money. Money, real money. Again the hope of rest and riches of which every prospector dreams. So they're going to rush off now to see just what it is, whether it's just a flash or whether it's a reef. And after the sample shows colours, prospectors' language this, they make their dash to the scene. Here's the outcrop. What will it mean? Only word can tell. The pick. Get the pick ready. The pick strikes rock. But is it rock? It's a nugget which will be worth more than 800 pounds. And there are tears of joy that come into the eyes of hard-bitten old battlers who've wandered the desert year in and year out, living sometimes on kangaroo rats. Spot, he prefers scratching himself. Gold, what's that in dog language? Nothing at all. But in men's language, in the language of real Australians who have worked in the heat and the flies and the dust, hundreds of miles from civilization, this means their nearest approach to earthly heaven, and now a pipe and dreams of more gold.
Recently, Widgemooltha has been home to a number of gold mining companies and large nickel resource companies. It's also site of some very rare nickel mineralized finds that can't be found anywhere else in the world. Perhaps the most famous is jaspyite, which is a bright green mineral, very useful and sought after by jewelry makers. Unfortunately, large-scale open-pit mining has covered many of these mineral sites up. Although in the last year, 2008, low nickel prices have diminished the lure of nickel, nickel prices will rise and the future of Widgemooltha seems somewhat secure. A beehive industry also at Widgie. Thanks for joining me this brief exploration of this small ghost town.